I look over and it's like crowded. And there's this guy. He looks like maybe around my age. And he's looking at me. And then he gives me the middle finger.
What?
Yeah, no, I have a video of this too. I'll just show you.
You have a video?
Yeah, and 2 of them followed me home. And I shouldn't have gone home. I think I went to like the convenience store first because I was like, I don't want them to know where I live. Because they're like, I can't fight 2 grown men.
Welcome to the Center of Influence podcast. My name's Eric, your host. And here we have a special guest, Jessica.
Yes.
Introduce yourself.
Okay, so hello, my name is Jessica. Me and Eric go way back. We've been friends for years. I also live in Korea. I've lived in Korea for 3 years now. And I am a TikToker. My TikTok name is @callheroppa because I am your oppa.
How'd you get that name?
So originally I copied the podcast name Call Her Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it would be funny if I just made it Call Her Oppa. And then my TikTok got popular and now I'm kind of stuck with the name. But I think it's cute.
In terms of your audience, who's your audience?
What?
For anyone who's curious, you know?
Who watches me. So my content, I feel like, is pretty far-reaching to many different people.
Going back just a little bit, how long have you been living in Korea?
I've been there 3 years now, but I just signed my contract for a 4th year. So I'm there as a teacher, if anyone's curious.
Yeah.
My full-time job, I'm an English teacher to middle school and high school students. And I love it. It's the best job ever, at least in my opinion.
Just a curious question. How strict are the teachers there?
Ooh, it depends. My students are angels, so I don't have to be that strict. But I have heard and maybe seen some very strict teachers, but nothing crazy. Personally,
Nothing crazy?
I've heard more stories than I've seen. No K-drama crazy going on in my school, sillies.
I've heard stories of teachers, I guess in terms of America, assaulting the kids.
This is real deep. I think, okay, so.
Is that true?
In my experience, no, I've never actually seen that. However, I have heard stories, and I think back in the day, it was much more common that physical obedience or discipline was not frowned upon the way it is in America. So I have heard stories mainly from Koreans I met who are my age who went to school back in the day and they experienced a little bit of that. But now, as far as I know, it's illegal to touch your children, or not your children, but illegal to penalize your students in any way like that.
Dang.
I've never seen a teacher personally put a hand on anyone. And I would step in if I did. I think it's wrong. But just say that. I do think it's wrong. I'm against it. Anyway.
Back when I went to Korea in middle school, I went to the school just to see what's going on. First initial thing I saw, we're gonna pause it there. I saw a kid getting whipped by an old man, a dude in glasses. You know, a typical Korean guy in a black suit. Yeah, just with a blue tie.
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy.
Horrible.
And I just ran out.
Oh.
But then they were like, "Who's that kid?"
Yeah.
I don't even know.
You were about to go next.
Yeah.
Good thing you got out of there. That's so sad. Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's so sad. I'm so against that. Don't hate your children. They don't know better.
Right. So what's Korea like in general, overall?
I think it's overall, I guess it's a very loaded question. I think it's a great country. Honestly, I would say I have obviously had my issues living there. When you live in any country for several years, you're going to see the problems. But I would say overall, my experience has been very positive. And I would say overall, it's a culture based on respect, very much so. You respect your elders, you respect your teachers, any person of authority. Koreans are very hardworking. I don't know. I've had really positive experiences in Korea. I would say Koreans overall are very welcoming. A lot of people will disagree with me, but I think they are welcoming towards foreigners for the most part. As long as you kind of know what lines you can't cross and you don't come in with this narcissistic American personality. Well, I'm gonna turn this country into America. You just have to know where you stand, respect the culture, and Koreans will respect you back. So very respectful culture, very kind people. Everyone there is very quiet, I've noticed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you get on a subway and it's packed, you won't hear anyone talking. But in America, you get on a subway with 5 people and everyone's screaming at each other. Yelling, talking very loudly. But everything in Korea is very clean and quiet. So,
have you been to Japan yet? How's Japan compared to Korea?
I think I've traveled a lot through Asia at this point, and Japan and Korea I think are both very similar in the sense that they're very respectful. I mean, most countries are, but respectful, more quiet, timid. I think, at least in my personal experience, I think Korea was more so than Japan, but kind of not as friendly outwardly with strangers. Like strangers don't talk to each other. There's no small talk, nothing like that. In America, there's a lot of small talk. So Japan's very similar. Southeast Asia is different. People are more outgoing, in my personal experience.
Yeah. I haven't been to Japan yet, but I definitely love to. I've definitely been to Korea. Subway experience is not the best.
I got assaulted on the subway by an old lady.
What?
You want the tea?
Yeah, what's the tea? What's the tea?
I don't know what the tea was because I couldn't understand her. But she I don't know what there was tea. She had tea with me. She had beef with me. I didn't know what it was. It was very one-sided, I must say. No. She
Hajima.
That's all I could say. That's all I could say to her. Please stop. I was sitting on the subway alone in Seoul, and this old lady came up, like maybe in her 80s, like very frail. Like she could have like blown away with like a gust of wind.
Right.
So obviously I'm not going to retaliate.
Right.
But she started yelling at me. I don't know what it was about. And then she punched me in the arm, like kind of like here.
Right.
And I was like, I don't know what to do because I didn't know what to do. And this was when I first moved there. So like I knew no Korean at all. Like
wait, this is like
stopped.
So like this is the initial year?
I mean, yeah, that like first year, like one of the first few months. This was one of my very first negative experiences with Koreans. I've only had a few, but this was one of them. And then she punched me in the boob. And the craziest part was, I don't know what reason this was for. I really don't know.
I shouldn't have laughed, but
yeah. And so I was like nervous laughing because I didn't know how to react. And I'm looking around at all the other Koreans and they're all just like, on their phone.
Yeah.
And but I think it's more common there that you kind of just keep your head down. Although I'm like, one of you guys probably could have said something.
We're about to play some games. In America, it's completely different. That's what I'm saying. That's what that's why I made that reference.
Exactly. Because also there's a thing that I've heard in Korea. I don't know if this is true, but you can't. If someone hits you or assaults you, you can't retaliate. You can't do it back because then you can go to jail.
Right. As an expat, it's different.
Yeah, especially like as a foreigner and as a woman, like I really just kind of like had to let it happen. And honestly, I was not about to I'm not a violent person. I was not about to go after this lady. Like it was fine. I let it go. But it was definitely like what the moment.
Any other experiences that's like wild?
Oh my God.
So like in Korea,
many.
In Korea, I told you this before. In like dramas and everything, it's very true. So like when I was in Korea, my family got stalked by this dude wearing all black. It's like a typical thing you see in like Korean dramas.
Yeah.
So is that something that you've encountered as well?
Yes, but not by Koreans.
Not by Koreans?
I have experienced like creepy, like drunk Koreans. I got followed home once by a drunk Korean, but it was like wasn't that like serious, I think. But I have heard people who have had actual stalkers. I don't think I've had any like actual stalkers, but there were these like non-Korean foreigners in my area. I think they were like Russian or Eastern European. And they like, I guess once I was walking home from work and two of them followed me home. And I shouldn't have gone home. I think I went to like the convenience store first because I was like, I don't want them to know where I live because they're like, I can't fight two grown men. Like what? I can be feisty, but not a feisty,
How tall were they?
Taller than me. I don't know. Everyone, I just don't know what height, but yeah, tall enough where I could not,
Okay.
But and then I saw them like the next morning because they were at the convenience store, and I walked in and one like followed me and was like standing there just staring at me, and I like gave him kind of like a what the fuck look, and then when I was walking out, he like brushed past me and said something to me. I'm assuming in Russian. I'm pretty sure it sounds like Russian. And I've seen them a few times, but not in the past few months. But that's my only experience with like stalking.
Jeez.
That's scary. But I have heard worse stories, so I'm very lucky that I haven't had anything. I don't know. I'm smiling telling the story. I'm like, I was stalked. He really wants me.
Oh my gosh.
I love attention. I'm just kidding. No. I'm like,
no, it's not a good thing, guys. Never stalk anyone. If you do,
please no.
I don't know what's gonna happen to you. Any other experiences, like wild experiences other than those?
I've had a lot of wild experiences dating, but I don't date there anymore. So
you don't date there in Korea anymore?
No, I want an American boyfriend.
No, okay.
So if anyone is watching, my MBTI is INFP, and I like long walks on the beach and cats. So yeah.
Let's talk about your TikTok.
Okay.
What type of content do you make on TikTok?
Well, I think my content started out as just being like tips for people moving to Korea or living abroad, kind of just stories about my life there.
Right.
And then slowly that moved into like travel videos, travel content, and then just like life advice, dating advice. I wanted to really like broaden my audience because I don't want my TikTok to be tailored just to like living in Korea. Like I want more.
Right.
So I kind of try to like distance myself a little bit away from that part of TikTok. But now I kind of just talk about whatever. Most of my videos are just like talking.
So you have almost 80K, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't know why.
80K followers.
It's crazy.
So
Imposter
like,
syndrome is real.
what video took off that made you like get so many followers?
I think I've had several videos that took off. And each one, I think, brought in a different type of audience.
Mhm.
So one of my first videos that took off was talking about dating in Korea. I think
Right.
anyone on TikTok, if you talk about that, usually it'll kind of like pop off. And I just talked about like very candidly, I think, about the problems I haven't heard a lot of people talk about. So I just talked about that and like some personal experiences. So that brought in a lot of followers. And then when I started branching out into like just regular content about like dating advice, I don't know why I'm giving so much dating advice. I don't have a boyfriend, but but then I had another video that was like, this one got me a little bit of like backlash. One that was about exposing Instagram models who like are secretly like escorts or whatever. That was one that got me a lot of backlash. But like, I support. I'm just saying I want people to be
She's trying to
transparent
get
about
canceled
it.
out here.
I'm not trying to get canceled. People already tried that on me and didn't work. I'm still here. I'm a cockroach. And then
Cockroach.
yeah, and then I also made another video on like men who hate cats. That video went like viral in Hong Kong. Someone like translated it and like posted it in there. So it's weird. And then I traveled to Cambodia and I made a video about my experience in Cambodia, and then that video went viral, and then I got a lot of Cambodian followers. And yeah, I don't know. It's kind of been like so I feel like when you grow on TikTok, it can be a slow progress, but then you get videos and like that'll go viral, and then you grow really fast, and then it kind of slows down, and then you grow fast, and then it slows down. It's very like sporadic in that sense.
Yeah, fluctuates depending on who sees the videos, it seems like.
Yeah, for sure.
What's a typical Saturday like in Korea?
Okay. Well, I usually try to sleep in until 11, but it doesn't work, so I wake up at 7 a.m. And then I look at my phone, and then I stare at the wall. And then I order coffee from Mega Coffee. That's my favorite. Shout out. No sponsor.
Mega
they should
Coffee?
sponsor me. Mega Coffee is really good.
I've never even heard
I
of
order
it.
vanilla latte, 2 of them, because I got to get it over the $11 limit. And then
Why? Why is
they
that?
don't deliver unless it's like earned like $9.
Oh, what are like the delivery services that Korea has?
What are the names of them?
Yeah.
There's like Coupang Eats, Yogyo, one that's like Pedal. I guess that's how you say it.
Pedal?
Yeah, they're Korean brand. They're not. You can't get like Uber
Oh my
Eats there,
gosh.
unfortunately.
Oh,
So yeah. Anyway, back to my Saturday. Saturday's my day off, so I don't really have to do anything crazy. So then I might go shopping, see my friends, make TikToks. Yeah.
Sounds like a typical Saturday for Americans, right?
Yeah. Same different country. You know?
Right. You don't have a car there, right?
No.
So you just like taxi everywhere.
Yeah. The good thing about Korea is that public transportation is nothing like you see in America.
Right.
It's so much more efficient. There's like plenty of taxis, subway, bus. It's easy to get around without a car.
Right.
Most Koreans I know, at least like if you live in a big city, a lot of them don't even own cars. They just depend on, even between cities, there's really good public transportation.
So like, what's the most popular one that you usually take? Is it like bus or subway?
Depends where I'm going. I'd say subway.
Subway?
Subway's the most efficient, doesn't get stuck in traffic.
Right.
But
What's the most craziest thing you've seen in the subway? You know how like New York City has like the most craziest stories or like, videos?
I feel like that
What's
is like a Korean would go like self-combust if they experienced as a New York subway for the first time, because I'd say I don't think I've experienced anything crazy in a subway besides. Oh no, I do have a story, but this isn't crazy like in American sense. But if you were like Korea and how like this would never happen, it was very weird. One time I was on the subway, I look over and it's like crowded, and there's this guy. He looks like maybe around my age, and he's looking at me, and then he gives me the middle finger.
What?
Yeah, no, I have a video of this too. I'll just show you.
You have a video?
Yeah. I don't know if I can show it because you're not allowed to take pictures of people in Korea. It's like a weird law. But
really?
So anyway, so he gives me the middle finger, and I'm like, oh my god, what? So I like duck behind my friend. I'm like, I don't know if he's like, I couldn't tell because he was wearing a mask too, so I couldn't tell his like facial expression if he was like pissed off or joking.
Right.
So and then after that, I kept looking at him because I was like, what? And then he takes out his phone and he starts filming me. Like zooming, like I could tell he was like zooming in, like taking a picture, filming me, whatever. So I took out my phone and started doing it back. I don't know if he thought I was someone else. very strange behavior. So that was weird. Between that and the old lady who assaulted me on the subway, that's about it. I feel like no crazy subway stories. Usually I feel pretty fine on there. Those are also like 2 experiences out of like the thousands of times I've taken the subway, so don't get it twisted.
I love hearing like crazy stories in Korea for some reason.
Oh, I had a bad story in Japan. Like an old creepy dude.
You want to tell us?
Yeah, you want to tell your story first? I just like.
Well, I mean, my story is like just a drunk old man just trying to pick on people.
Yeah.
My mom almost got hit by this old man.
Oh my god.
Like,
what?
Yeah, he was like just throwing random punches in the air, just fighting a random ghost, I guess, in his mind.
In Korea?
Yeah.
That sounds like Baltimore. Like, jeez.
Yeah, he's just like
crazy.
throwing punches in the air, and I was like, "What the hell's wrong with this guy?"
It's like cracked out.
Yeah, he was
probably just.
He was just drunk. He was just drunk off
yeah.
his like soju and stuff.
Yeah.
So
see a lot of daytime drunks there.
Yeah, and like that was pretty scary as like a middle school kid.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't do anything.
Your poor mom.
Yeah, I mean, she was fine though.
That's good. she missed the punches.
She's a strong Korean woman.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So this was like, I was only in Japan for, I think like an extended weekend, like a 3-day over in Chuseok. So I go on the subway. This was like my second day there. And there was this old man reading a newspaper. Like, I've never seen someone read a newspaper in 10 years. So it was already kind of weird. And
Really? That's not a thing in Korea still?
I mean, like, people, I feel like who reads a newspaper? Everybody looks at their phone.
My mom.
Oh.
She still reads newspapers to this very day.
I love that.
It's just like old classic school thing.
I was on the subway with my friend, and I like my phone wasn't working at the time, so I didn't have anything to distract myself. So I'm just kind of like looking around at people, and I have this bad habit of just I lock eyes with anyone around me, which I think a lot of people think is weird because it is weird. Like, you shouldn't do that. So I lock eyes with this old man, and I don't know what my eyes said, but I guess I accidentally spoke something. I don't know. And so he starts looking at me, and he starts like sticking his tongue out. He like puts the newspaper down, and he starts going like making like comments about like my body, like, you know, like, and he goes like, and like sticking his tongue out, but like licking his like in a very like it wasn't just like, oh,
What?
he's being creepy, like to the point where I was like, I need to get off at the next stop because I feel weird. And he was doing it to me and my friend, and then I think it was like a few stops, and then he got off, and as he was getting off, he was like, come, like he said something about like, I think like trying to drink or whatever. This was at like 11 a.m. And also I will say I was not wearing anything that was like provocative or tight, like, or anything that you could really like not that, I mean, like, obviously, like, it doesn't matter what you're wearing, like, you should never get like sexually harassed, but
Right.
that I like was not wearing anything where that would have like warranted that type of behavior. Like, I was dressed pretty conservatively, so I don't know. But after
That's
that, I was
weird.
like, Japan is scary. Just kidding. I had a very positive experience besides.
Yeah, I mean, like, you can't really do. I heard they're very strict, so if you do anything stupid, they go to jail immediately, like whatever federal prison.
I think
they
it's
serve
best,
like a lot of time.
Exactly. I think it's just best to not, I just kind of, keep my head down. There's a lot of stories I could say, but I can't say for like legal reasons. But
So if you guys are wondering why there's 2 bottles or cans on the table for me, it's because one's an energy drink, and the other one I cannot say.
we cannot say why.
I guess you can say it's just sparkling water. Sparkling water, guys.
Just sparkling
Stay
water.
thirsty, my friends.
Quench that thirst. That's what we're doing. Aigo.
I go.
That's my favorite Korean word.
What's your controversial opinion or hot take? Wait.
I love these.
Yeah, what is it?
Okay, I have many. So.
Well, choose 3.
Okay. My number 1, which I feel very passionately about. I love Disney adults. I love them.
Disney adults?
I will support the Disney adults until I die. Yeah, because they do nothing wrong. They're cringy, but like, let them be. It's cute. You know what? And I would be a Disney adult if I lived in Orlando.
For the people who don't know what a Disney adult is, can you explain to them what a Disney adult is?
Okay, so a Disney adult is a person of adult age who is still very passionate about Disney and goes to Disney World many, many times, probably has a lot of Disney merchandise, and goes and like dresses up like Disney bounds, goes to Disney World dressed up as a character. Like, Some of them, I think there are different tiers to Disney adult. Some will go and cry when they get to Magic Kingdom. Like, but you know what? It doesn't matter what tier of Disney adult you are. You are harmless. And the fact that people, like, will go in on them and make fun of them and everything, like, just let them be. I follow all the Disney adults on Instagram. I love them. I will always support them. I will always support you. I will always stick up for you. You are my Roman Empire. I'm here. I'm your biggest fan.
Well, speaking of Disney adults, aren't you going to Florida soon?
I know. I'm trying to go to Disney, but no one wants to go with me. I need to find some Disney adults. Is there, like, a Disney adult dating app? I need to get on there. I need to find it.
That's very hard.
I feel like I heard about that.
There are a couple of like TikTokers who like do like impressions. They go to Disney like almost every single day.
Oh yeah, I do follow this one girl. She homeschools her kids in Disney. I love her. Her name is Alice Clark Payne. Shout out, follow her. She's beautiful. But like she has kids and she like her and her husband moved her and her kids to Disney World. And she goes every single day, like living the dream. I love that. I love the Disney adults. Controversial opinion number 1. Controversial opinion number 2. I think the Kardashians are geniuses.
No, I definitely agree on that.
So genius, and people hate on them because they have no talent. But to be that level of famous and having no talent, like that is a talent, 100%. And they have been relevant for like over maybe like 20 years, maybe almost 20 years at this point.
Yeah, I think
like
way over. Yeah.
Yeah, and most celebrities, I think they have their moment, they die out. They are constantly relevant because they know exactly what they're doing in the media, whether it's like politically correct, to have like purposeful scandals and PR moves. Look at all the money they made.
They're making billions of dollars.
Yeah.
Maybe even trillions.
I think the Kardashians are an inspiration to our country. I love America. I would pay taxes to them. No, I wouldn't. But,
okay, I don't know about that. Okay. And then the third one. What's your third controversial opinion or hot take?
Let me check my phone. I have a list of them.
Oh, she has a list, guys.
I have a list. I always keep them in my phone. I have many lists.
Let's take a sparkling water break.
No alcohol. Here's another. This is like an innocent one. I love being stuck in traffic.
What?
I love traffic.
What the heck?
I love driving.
Who loves being stuck in traffic?
If I have nowhere to be, I enjoy it. It's peaceful.
Have you been to DC back and forth?
Yes, and I enjoyed every second of it. One time it took me 4 hours to get from DC to Baltimore.
This is going to be the best short clip ever.
Let me know if you agree. I love traffic. I love being stuck in traffic. Because you know why? Hear me out. If you have nowhere to be, you can sit in traffic and you can just take it in. If you're alone, you just turn on a music or a podcast like this one. And you can just like vibe. It's chill. I enjoy it.
That's true.
It's like meditation. Like I will like purposely drive the long way to get home just so I have more time in my car.
What?
Yeah. I love traffic.
Okay, guys.
It's the best.
I mean, you don't really sit in traffic anymore.
Yeah, that's the thing now. I don't have a car, and I don't like being stuck in traffic with other people. I like being stuck in traffic alone.
Wait, what? Okay. All right, moving on. What's your biggest fear?
Good question, Eric. You've had some amazing questions. I wonder how you come up with them. Anyway.
No, it's just, I mean, like, it's on the list right here. So you're just saying? I'm just reading off of this.
My biggest fear is dying. People around me dying. For sure. Like, not me dying, but other people dying.
Other people dying?
Yeah. I want to be the first one to go. I don't want to see anyone die. Like, I don't want to see any of my family die, any of my friends die. Like, no.
Gotcha. That's your biggest fear?
What's your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is insects. I hate insects.
Really?
With a passion. I will kill them in a second.
Well, don't do that. All insects or just, like, select few?
Every single one of them.
What about, like, a ladybug?
I'll take a flamethrower.
What about, like, a butterfly?
Okay, like, something like, fragile like that. Like, those type of insects are fine. We call that phobia anorexic. I was putting anorexic phobia.
Scared of
I don't know how to say it.
Arachnophobia.
Yeah.
You don't like spiders?
Yeah, that too.
Eric,
but what's the insect phobia?
I ate a tarantula.
Yeah, no, I don't like that. I don't like that idea. Yeah. Talk about that story of you eating a tarantula in Cambodia, right? That's crazy.
I like to try exotic food, and I think I want to try the most exotic food possible. And I knew when I went to Cambodia that they had a lot of exotic street food.
Right.
Although it's like normal to cultures, so I don't want to say like exotic. But exotic to me, I'm an American. And so I went there and I wanted to try a tarantula. That was on my list. So I tried it like the first day. And it was so actually delicious. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, it was good.
She said delicious, guys.
It was good. I'm not kidding. It was like deep fried, so it was crunchy, like a Cheeto.
Oh, no.
It was like a Cheeto. I can give you footage if you want to put this in.
Oh my gosh.
It was deep fried like a Cheeto. And it was kind of like a barbecue flavor. It was really good. Like, dead ass. Like, I literally took a bite of it and I was like, wait. At first, I honestly tried it for the shock factor. I was like, I want to do this to tell people I ate a tarantula. But then after I ate it, I was like, you know what? I could see myself with like a beer and just some fried tarantulas. Yeah, have an open mind. There's no difference. You eat a chicken, you eat a pig, you eat a cow. Why is a tarantula off limits? It's all animals. You either eat none of them or you eat all of them.
That's true. I mean, like if that was the last thing I could eat, I'd probably eat it. But
well, yeah, that's why people eat bugs there and other countries too, because the country has a sad history where like that's all that they could eat.
You know, now that I think about it, I might be canceled.
Why?
Because what if the audiences are from Cambodia and they're just watching
A lot of my followers are from Cambodia.
Uh-oh.
But they're very nice though. They would never. They don't cancel. They're full of love. Anyway, I also ate a rat and a snake.
Oh my gosh.
And a fertilized duck egg. And they were all good. I liked all of them.
What does going back to the tarantula, what does it taste like?
It tastes like a barbecue Cheeto.
Right.
Surprisingly. You would never expect it.
I think you said that before, but I just blanked out as soon as you said what the taste was.
Yeah.
And I just can't fathom just biting into one.
It is crunchy. You would. It was honestly good. I ate.
Wait, was it seasoned?
Yeah, it was seasoned really good. That's why it tasted good. Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
I trust like any insects. Also, I had like little like crickets and like bugs. I don't know what they like silkworms. Yeah.
Silkworms.
Korean, they're bodegi, but I don't know what they're called.
Yeah, Koreans eat those a lot, especially my mom.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, let's bring your mom on the pod.
Oh heck.
Let's get her on here.
She will just keep on blabbing about everything.
That's probably who you want as a guest, though. That'd be fun.
But like it'll be all in Korean.
Ah, even better.
It'll be Konglish.
Oh my god, that's great though. I'll talk to her in my Konglish. I go. Anywho.
What can you say like a full sentence in Korean?
I can. Well, do you want to hear the sentence I said on? Okay, I'll give you a quick little story time. So the one thing I have noticed about Koreans is I feel like, and any country too, if you go to a country, if you just try to speak their language, usually the locals are very like they really appreciate it and they like will gas you up. So we had parents' night at my school where all the students' parents will come and the teachers, we have to stay till like 7 p.m. and like introduce ourselves. And you have to introduce yourself on a stage with a microphone. So, and I had to introduce
really
myself
frightening.
in Korean. I got halfway through and the parents were applauding, like, woo! Like you're doing so good. Like saying that, you know,
right.
that vibe. And then I had to tell them, I'm not finished yet. And I had to continue. So anyway, do you want to hear my sentence?
Yeah.
안녕하세요. 저는 Jessica teacher입니다. 나는 미국인입니다. 감사합니다.
Oh, nice.
That was like the most basic ass sentence ever. But yeah, I got
Dang, that's pretty good.
Oh,
no, I'm not even joking because I remember last time like
안녕하세요.
wait, can I say like how we exactly met?
No, because I might get canceled.
What is the meaning of life to you? That's really deep.
Yes. I think the meaning of life is to experience as much as you can, good and bad, everything. Do everything. And to learn. Just to learn as much as you can about you and the world. I think that's the meaning of life. What do you think it is?
I think the meaning of life for me is to fulfill your destiny or your desires. And, just live to your fullest extent to where you're just happy. Yeah. So whatever you do in life, whether it's working part-time, full-time, or just, starting your own business, just enjoy the process.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the meaning of life is to be happy. Like, do what you want to do. If you are in a job and you hate your fucking job, or you hate your relationship, or you hate whatever, like, do everything in your power to change it, because your life should not be a miserable experience.
Right.
You should make it as positive as possible. Like, I didn't like where my life was before, so I changed everything in it, and now I like my life. I love my life. I'm pretty happy.
That's good.
Yeah. Thriving.
Where do you see yourself, like... So this is what I ask every single person.
Okay.
Even for myself. Where do you envision yourself 20 or 30 years from now?
Oh my God. Well, how old will I be in 20 to 30 years?
Well, don't think about that. Just thinking about the future.
Yeah.
20 to 30 years from now, what do you envision? Like having a family, I don't know, maybe owning a nice car or having a huge house. I mean, that's my vision, but
I do have. Okay, so I gotta be careful what I say, because I believe in the evil eye. I don't want to say too much specifics about what I know, but I think I finally gotten to the point in my life where I know what I want, and I think I know how to get there. So I think in the future, like, obviously, I want to get married. I want to have kids. That's definitely a huge chunk of what I want in the future. But besides that, I want to continue living abroad and teaching abroad. Eventually, I would love to move outside of Korea and do this in another country. And then eventually, I think it would be cool. I do want to build up my TikTok and everything. Hopefully make more money from that. And then use that money to open my own English school.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, not in Korea.
Your own
I won't
English
be
school.
Specific, but somewhere
Oh, that's
else.
secret.
Not in America and not in Korea.
Oh. So like where? Europe?
No, what the fuck? No, they don't need me. I want to go somewhere else. That's my goal. I need $60,000 to $70,000, but I'm gonna save up $100,000 because I want my English school to be the best, and I want to put it in like a more rural area, not like a main city, because I want to give other kids a chance to. Because I really do like the one thing. Like on a serious note, like the one thing that I have learned after being an English teacher, because I love this job. Like I love my kids. I genuinely take it seriously. I think learning English is like such a valuable skill. If you're born in a country and you can't speak English, you can only speak your country's language. Like you really can't, most likely that language isn't going to be spoken in any other country. I think if you can like give more people a chance to like have that opportunity, then they can potentially live a much happier, like fulfilled life, because they can go places, they can travel, they can work abroad, they can, you know, have more opportunities for money and stuff like that.
Right.
So I think it's important, and I want to contribute a little bit of that to the world. I'm running for president in 2024.
Oh, nice. I'll vote for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, like usually whoever I talk to is just all about business. It's all about attaining money and just building your own business.
I think money is important, but it's not the most important thing in the world.
Right. I agree.
I think travel is also very important. I think that's another meaning of life thing.
Right.
I think everyone should travel, and if you can experience living outside of your home country, I really believe that. Especially if you can like go somewhere where you're a minority in that country, I think that's a very eye-opening experience. And I know I can speak on this in like from a place of privilege as like a white American, but I do think it's a very valuable experience for everyone to go through that if they can. So,
what's a place or country that you want to visit that you haven't visited so far?
Oh, I want to go to Laos.
Oh.
I really want to travel. I want to travel a lot more through like Southeast Asia. I want to go to Indonesia, like Bali. I also want to I would love to go to China. I know things are a little
No, it's
up and
really
down,
hectic.
you know, but I would still love to go. I don't really have much of an interest in traveling through Europe. I've already done it, but I would like to go back at some point and travel somewhere. I'd love to visit the Middle East, like Jordan. I want to go to Jordan. One of my best friends went to Jordan and got engaged there, and it's beautiful.
Wow. Where do I want to go? I mean, to be honest, I haven't traveled anywhere except for Korea. So of course I want to travel to many countries before I die. So like
that's my biggest fear.
the first initial thing, like it's really cheap and affordable to go to is Iceland.
Yeah,
I think
it's cheap flights, right? Like
right, it's like only like
$200.
yeah, $200, $300. Like that's just a flight from here to like LA.
Yeah, but once you get to Iceland, I think it's expensive. That's a problem.
Really?
I've heard that. But I guess it depends what kind of traveler you are.
Right. That's true. That, and I want to go to like some Asian countries, like, you know, just pretty much every single one of them.
Just all of them.
Just all of
I
them.
would love
Just
to
go,
backpack
just try,
across Asia. I think that would be a really cool experience.
I want to like do a vlog where you only have a certain amount of money and you have to survive off of that.
You could survive. Oh my God. I'm telling you, like Southeast Asia, like Cambodia, like you can, like, it's expensive to fly there, but once you're there, everything's so cheap. Like you could you could get like a huge plate of food for like $1.
Really?
All the tarantulas you want.
I'm no.
When you guys visit,
no,
when you guys
no,
visit
no.
Korea
No,
or
no, no.
Asia, we're gonna go there. The locals will love you. I think that's how I won them over.
Oh.
They're like, this blonde girl's eating the tarantula. She's cool.
We like that guy. No, thank you, no, thank you. Do you believe in aliens?
I do. I very passionately believe in aliens.
Yeah.
Do you?
So, you know what? I would say like 50-50. There'll be
How
like
can-
times
Okay.
when I don't believe in aliens, but at the same time I do. Like whenever I'm bored, I just research and see if aliens are true.
But
You know what I'm
know
saying?
they had like the CIA.
Right.
They came out and like the whistleblowers literally confirmed that
Right.
aliens were real.
But I want to see it for myself. You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
I want to see that body right in front of my face.
Yeah.
I want to see a UFO crash behind our backyard. Have you guys seen the backyard back here? It is huge.
We have a lot of space for a UFO if anyone wants to land there and make it
Yes.
more interesting.
Beep boop, beep boop, beep.
No, I definitely do believe in aliens. I feel like it's like if you don't believe in aliens, like it's like that's like a dumb thought. It's like such a narcissistic thought to think like we're the only ones in the universe. If you think about all the galaxies and like it expands and goes and goes and goes,
Yeah.
and all the planets, like there has to be some sort of intelligent life, like for sure. And
I agree.
you need to watch the press conference from I think it was last summer where it wasn't David Grush, I think that's his name, where he like
David Grush.
he
Yeah.
was the whistleblower and he like basically talked about aliens like in depth. I watched everything, like I think like twice. Like I like went through them.
It was a very long segment though. Like, how long was it? Like an hour or two?
I think 2 hours.
Jeez, I don't have an attention
but
span
it's so
for that.
interesting. I'll give you the spark notes. So basically, he confirmed that the United States there's a fuzzy here, has this makes me sound like fucking crazy. This is why I scare people off because they're like, she's weird. Okay. So basically he has confirmed that like the United States had like a special program since the 1930s that would recover crashed UFOs.
Right.
And they don't outwardly say it's like aliens. Like they can't really say that. They call them UAPs, I think whatever the fuck. They're
Yeah.
UFOs. And he also confirmed that they have sometimes recovered dead bodies, like dead pilots that were not human.
Dang.
So, aliens. The aliens.
Yes.
They're not extraterrestrial. They're actually interdimensional from the information that I've gathered.
Interdimensional.
Yeah. Do you know what that means, Eric?
Doctor Strange interdimensional.
Uh-huh. I don't know that though. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
The Matrix interdimensional.
Yeah, that's what. Okay, yeah. So they think I don't know. I think okay, and also I think Tucker Carlson talked about it too because he heard like a lot of the tea on the actual aliens, and they think they are interdimensional, and that there's like also potentially like a holographic universe, which I've been saying forever about the Matrix. People are like, "Oh, she's crazy." Like, Jessica, do you have psychosis? No, I just know. I know facts.
Yeah. No aliens.
Have you ever seen one?
No, I haven't. But there was this one encounter. It was like some like weird light in the sky. Now I'm still thinking it's a plane to this very day. But the way it was moving, it was weird. It was like a shooting star. So while I was driving, I was like driving this beat down like RAV4, like 1999 type. And this was when I was dating Chuli.
You're still dating.
Yeah,
You're
like,
still
when I'm
dating
still
me.
dating her to this very day. But when I was like, initially dating her,
The beginning stages.
yes, the beginning stage, I was like driving to Virginia, and I just see this like yellowish. Well, I'm colorblind, so I don't even know exactly what color it is, but I'm pretty sure it was yellowish. You know those like, that building that looks like Walt Disney World.
Yeah, the it's like a Mormon temple, right?
Yeah, this light was just hovering above that specific area, and then it shot up into the air.
Oh, that was 100% aliens. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, but like it felt like I was the only one who saw it.
Yeah.
No one else stopped or anything. I was like slowing down just because I was watching it. That's when I had like better vision. So I'm pretty sure
I think it was
saw
aliens.
something.
Yeah, that's what they look like.
Yeah, I think it was an airplane.
No, I don't think so. I think it was a UFO.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't there, but I think it was. Airplanes don't move like
What if
that.
I was lying the entire time?
I don't believe you. I don't trust any of y'all. Y'all lost your trust privileges with me.
No, I definitely saw it though. I definitely seen this.
Yeah, no, I believe you.
It was an object that just sped like crazy fast. But I mean, like, no one believes him. So like,
I saw one. I believe you. I saw one time I was driving, and I saw it was like at like golden hour, like the sun was just about to set, and I saw like a light in the sky, like it looked like a star, but there were no other stars. It was very faint, but I could still see it, but it was because it was bright enough, and then it like disappeared and then came back bright, and then like disappeared, but not like flickering like a star. It like was doing it like it was like intentional, and then it just disappeared.
Where was this?
It was in Towson. I was driving to the Towson movie theater with my ex-boyfriend, about to go see Midsommar. Irrelevant information. That's my favorite movie. Have you never seen it?
No.
Oh, we need to watch it.
No,
we need to watch it because everyone either loves or hates it.
What is that?
My vetting process for friends.
Did you see it?
Midsommar.
We watched it together.
He has no idea.
Okay, maybe it was boring to me.
It's like a 3-hour movie.
We watched it together.
The director's cut is 3.5 hours.
I can't watch 3.5 hour long.
It's very good though. Actually, a lot of people hate it, and I understand why. Anyway, we're getting off track. Aliens are real.
ADHD.
We both have ADHD, and I don't think that was surprising.
I think mine's really bad.
I think yours is actually worse than mine right now.
Do you believe in ghosts? This is a huge topic.
I
mean, a question. This is a huge question for you.
Yeah, I think I do, but I don't believe that they are what we think they are. I think there probably is some other like scientific explanation we just don't know about yet. And I think it could be like the interdimensional aliens. I think they could also be ghosts. Because I think maybe we have two overlapping dimensions that cross paths with each other. And sometimes there's like a way that like there's something malfunctions and you get an experience with someone in that other dimension. But also, hot take, ghosts aren't scary. Because if you think, okay, demons are scary, but ghosts are just dead people. I'm not scared of people. Why would I be scared of a dead one, you know? Like if it was my grandma that was like, oh my God, I don't want to see her actually.
But the thing is like you don't know which one is a demon and which one's a ghost. Unless if you talk to it. And that's what we're about to do in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, we're going ghost hunting after this, guys. Stay tuned for the vlog.
That'd be a crazy vlog.
That will be a crazy vlog. Not would, will.
I'm going to disappear.
I know, honestly, like
I'm gonna be.
I feel like I'm very much the stereotype of the first bitch to die in the horror movie. So like, I'll take one for the team. Like kill off the dumb blonde, the annoying one who doesn't shut up.
I'm like usually that guy who just disappears and scares everyone.
No, I think you'd survive. I think you two would be like the final ones walking away from the like you know, like the burning building behind you. Like I think you two, I could see you both in that.
What I'm saying is, I'm gonna be that guy who acts.
You're the murderer. No, I feel like you're the secret. You're the secret. Like he's the ghost the whole time. Or like Scream. You're the one you take off the mask at then, and it's you.
I love scaring people.
Yeah, I don't trust you. You guys scare me. You all have broken my trust.
We were supposed to
broken my trust.
We were supposed to tell you, but
you were supposed to tell. No, you didn't. It's not like you forgot. Like y'all knew.
No, I knocked the hell out, and Chuli was like over there. She's like, yeah.
Oh, so you all knew it? Was no one else scared besides you guys were all gaslighting me.
I saw her because I was on the right side and she was under the blanket.
You guys made me question my sanity for a minute. I don't like that.
Well, everyone's insanity is to a certain level.
Everyone's a little insane.
Yeah.
We're all mad here.
If you're not insane, you're, I guess, boring. As a matter of fact, if anyone wants to sponsor this next podcast episode, hit me up.
What would be your dream sponsorship? What brand?
Anything big like Samsung or like Lexus or
Very random. I don't know if
any
this
Korean
sponsor
brand,
podcast.
Gotta support the Koreans.
Yeah.
Why are you just munching on chips over there? If you guys can hear her just munching on Cheez-Its. What is it? Cheez-Its?
She's fine. She can do whatever she wants. I support you, Julie, always.
My mic is off, so nobody can hear me. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I have a segment we can do.
Mm-hmm.
So I went on my Instagram and I asked for people to ask me questions.
Yeah.
Or to ask advice questions, since I do give a lot of dating and life advice on TikTok.
Right.
So I think we can read them and we can both give our input. Okay. So let's go to the first question is directed at me. Are you dating anyone? No. But I could be. No.
Oh, any American guys?
Any American, please. I can't. Give me a reason to move home. The next question is, how talk are you? I don't know what that means, so I'm not going to answer that.
How talk are you?
How talk are you? I think they may be meant to say, how tall are you? I don't know what that means. How tall am I? I'm 5'5". Anyway, okay, so let's do real questions.
Okay.
How would you differentiate the definition of dating and being in a relationship? What do you think the difference is?
Dating, it's like very short.
The beginning stages.
Right. It's like determining whether you guys are compatible. And if you're not, fuck him or her, right?
It's like the early phases that
right.
I think, what was the question again? What's the difference
between dating and relationship, right?
I guess it's different because Korean dating and American dating is very different, but I'm just going from an American standpoint. I think dating is a very broad term. So it can be talking, like we've gone on 1 date, we've gone on 12 dates. A relationship is like you're exclusive, you're together, like you both have had that conversation, you're not with anybody else. Right. However, I do think you have to have that official conversation because I've been in situations when I was younger and I thought he was my boyfriend because we were together for 6 months and then he wasn't my boyfriend. I was just part of a revolving door.
Oh, geez.
We don't want to unpack that though. That's not here. But you need to have that conversation. So I think,
So it's like not official until you give the verbal word.
And the guy should say it.
I was the one.
That's good. That's why you guys are functional. I don't think the girl should be the one like pressing for a relationship. You should never have to press anyone for a relationship. And I don't think it should take longer than a month. 6 weeks. I'd give it 6 weeks. If it's been longer than 6 weeks and you've been seeing someone on a regular basis, you know them enough to know whether you want to be in a relationship with them or not. No longer am I going to be like hanging out with some dude for like 3 months and like, oh, I don't know, I'm not ready for a relationship. Like fucking get over yourself.
Right.
Yeah. So 6 weeks is the time.
Mm-hmm.
And if not, thank you next. Anyway, next question. Okay, so I'm scared facing 25. What are things that you would tell a 25-year-old? So I'll go first, I think. My number one thing is it's not that serious. Nothing is that serious. 25 is really young. You feel like your life is over. Mm-hmm. But it's yours. You're a baby. You have so much life ahead of you. You don't have to have it figured out. Your 20s are supposed to be a shit show. Like you are supposed to not know what you're doing and you don't know your direction. I didn't start figuring things out until like literally this past year. And I wish I knew that when I was younger to not stress out so much about not knowing what I was doing with my life or like thinking, oh, I'm never going to get married. Like you figure it out. Like so much changes. Your frontal lobe is finally developing at 25. So
I didn't even know that.
Do not make any permanent life decisions if you're under 25 because most it's like your brain, you're not able to really weigh the consequences of things. So it's like a very, I don't know. It can work out for some people, but it can also, I don't know. I was an idiot when I was that age, so I'm glad I didn't make any permanent life decisions because I was a fucking dumb bitch. I mean, some may argue that I still am, but back then you don't know me. You didn't want to know me. I was crazy.
I heard.
You what is that supposed to mean? Actually, you did know me.
Wait, 25?
Yeah, I definitely knew you guys. Like, I was like 23.
Really?
Yeah, must have
No
been.
way.
Yes.
Oh, that's true?
Yes.
Dang.
Time flies.
Yes.
Sheesh.
Should I say this in the microphone?
Yeah, join in.
Yes.
It's just a random like yes.
Yes.
That's
in the
Big
background.
Brother talking.
No, okay. It's because when I first met Jess, I was 22, about to turn 23.
Yeah. So my advice for if you're under 25 or if you're turning 25, if you're turning 28, I don't care. It's never that serious. Like nothing is that serious. You do not have to have things figured out. Like don't put like so much pressure on yourself. Just enjoy yourself. Like date whoever you want to date. Do whatever you want. It's your time to explore things about yourself. Like you can try different hobbies. You can try different things out. Decide if you like them. If you want to go through a hoe phase, I'm not saying you should, but I understand it. You should, just like you're here to like, experience life. Like experience your 20s. Enjoy it. Don't worry about it. You'll figure it out later. What is your advice, Eric?
I mean, I was pretty boring at the age of 25. So my advice is try different things. Try learning new skills. Try learning new techniques. Pick one thing in the future and just go for it. If it doesn't work out, you have another path. It's not the end.
Yeah. It's never too late to start over. Like you can start your whole life over. I started my whole life over at 28. Like literally everything from scratch. And it's never too late.
It's crazy because my whole dream was to be a police officer, right? Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I got into the academy, fulfilled my dream of going into the most hardest department. But then as soon as I went in the classroom on the second day, I thought to myself, from 30 years from now, do I imagine myself arresting people, dealing with little stupid kids, just getting into trouble and just arresting people, right? Just keep on arresting people.
You decided you didn't want it?
No. I mean, it would have been like a great career path for someone who wants to just have a strong foundation in someone who will build you up. But for me, I think I can't be in this boundary where I can't explore my options, my creativity.
I think you need to be in a creative field for sure.
Right.
And I think you need to work for yourself. What you're doing right now, I think that's what you need to pursue. I think sometimes you think you have a career in mind. You're like, oh, my whole life I wanted to be a police officer. I wanted to be whatever. And then once you finally get older and you get a little taste of it, you realize it's not what you wanted.
Right.
Yeah. But I know you, and I think you need to be in a creative business, work for yourself. Yeah. You're exactly where you should be.
Exactly.
And you watching, you're exactly where you should be too. It's okay. Chill. It's never that serious. Life is not that serious.
Yeah.
It's just
Don't
you're
take
here to
life
have
so
fun. Just vibe. Enjoy
just
it.
live life to the fullest.
Yeah.
Explore opportunities.
Yeah. Period.
Yeah.
Period.
In your 20s, that's what it should be all about. Just explore.
Yeah. Just do everything. And honestly,
I don't know about everything.
do everything. Also, it's good to just, not make any big decisions that could haunt you later in life. And I think it's really hard to know what those things could possibly be because sometimes you don't know. But there's something I could say that might get me canceled. I don't think I'm going to say it. But
Excuse me.
should I say it? Please, you might have to cut this out because I was about to make a TikTok about this and I knew I'd get canceled. Okay, so my opinion on OnlyFans is, I guess, a little bit more of a hot take. I think, obviously, I don't give a fuck what anybody does. You can do whatever you want. But I do think I've seen a lot of people who make these decisions under 25, whatever age, and they dive into OnlyFans and they start posting, all this content and they don't think about it. But the thing is, it's I think it should be accepted. You should do whatever you want with your body, whatever. But unfortunately, we don't live in a world where that is acceptable. And people will judge you. Not me, but other people will judge you. If you ever try to get a professional job, people are going to judge you. If you try to start dating seriously later in life, people are probably going to judge you for that, to be honest. If you have kids, they're going to go to school. The kids in their class might be like, oh, I saw your mom's OnlyFans, you know? Things like that people don't really think about. And I think it's crazy how popular it's gotten nowadays. Because I'm happy that I was a little, I guess, too old for when that came out. If I was 22, I think I would have been like, oh, easy money. But I'm happy that I never did. But not like, unless you can do it and stay anonymous, then, you know, but.
Now, I'm pretty sure you would do like feet pics though. That's fun, right?
I mean, like for that, I don't fucking care. Who wants to see my feet? Whatever.
Wait, what platform would do that?
Feet Finder.
I think.
Oh, Feet Finder?
Or maybe OnlyFans too. I don't know.
Really?
But OnlyFans, but Feet Finder.
Yeah.
Like, how do you even market that?
So
it's crazy.
There's a big demographic. I know people who do it, and you can make a lot of money.
Jeez, what about hand models? You know?
Yeah, I feel like if you can do something that it's not going to directly identify, if you can do anything in a way that you could deny it's you later. But I think I see people very like. Did you want to say something?
teacher.
Yes. Oh yes. Yes, student.
Okay, the best way to stay anonymous, or like the best thing, like the best profession in that realm is cash pigs.
What's that?
You don't know what cash pigs are?
I've heard of it. Maybe I do know what it is.
So you're pretty much like demoralizing men, and they're paying you to do it.
Oh my god, I love that.
What? I never even heard of that. Sounds outrageous.
It's interesting.
Demoralizing men.
Get your cash. Get your cash pig and get their cash.
What the hell?
That's a slay. Yeah.
It's so weird. Said that like a taboo.
I don't know. I mean,
it's a fetish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
there's a fetish for everything nowadays, I think. But yeah, back to the OnlyFans thing. I think like if you want to do it, I think you should just really like know exactly what you're doing, because you can never undo stuff like that.
Right.
Like, and personally for me, I mean, maybe there's like people who are like cool to it, whatever, but I don't want to date a guy who does OnlyFans. Like I could never, mentally, that's not for me. And so I would probably expect in return, he probably wouldn't want to date me if I did that. So, you know, That's how I see it. And the older you get and you start dating and looking for like potentially like serious relationships that like lead to marriage, like I don't want to ever have to have that discussion like weighing in the back of my head, like, oh, I meet someone, I'm gonna have to tell them this, you know?
Right.
So yeah, just make careful decisions with everything you do. We answered this question way too long.
Yeah, I mean, like, hey, the more you dive deeper, the more you get out of it for people who are watching.
Yeah.
So this is a segment itself, so it's fine.
You can include that part. I feel like I stand by my opinions.
Well, there's like a whole bunch of stuff that I don't even know if I should include. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to be like, hey, Jess, is this fine?
Yeah. Anyway, any more questions? I think that was it. Let me see if I have any other good ones.
I think that's it.
Sorry, I got another question from my student.
Oh, geez. Okay.
All she said was, it's not a question, but you're the best.
Oh.
I love you, Yushin.
There you go.
I love her. She's one of my best students.
Shout out to Yushin.
She's got amazing English. So anyway, so sorry. Go ahead.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I had so much fun.
Yeah. We hope to see you in the future.
I definitely will. I will be back in America before you know it.
So just make sure to subscribe, like, follow this podcast. We'll invite more influencers out here. And we hope to see you guys. We will invite more influencers out here in the future. Please follow us.
Can I plug myself?
Yeah. Go ahead.
And also, if you want to follow me, my Instagram is at Jessica Gowdy, JESSICAGOUDY. And my TikTok is at Call Her Oppa, CALLHEROPPA. And my YouTube is also Call Her Oppa, but it's inactive, but it's still there. Subscribe.